Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Uh, Happy Friday to you, wherever you're watching us from. I guess my voice is audible. Please help me confirm from Telegram if my voice is audible. Cletus, is my voice audible? Can you hear me clearly? I don't know if you're saying anything, but I don't know. It seems I've tampered with the settings on my end here. So if you're hearing me and you can hear me clearly, just like drop a message from me in my DM, please. So and you can see the screen also. So good morning to everybody. We might not stay long on this stream today because I really don't feel good that much. I'm very tired, like very tired. I have body pains all over. Supposed to be resting. I had double thought safe. It's just because I saw somebody's message. I saw one person's message. That's why I said, okay, let me just, you know what? Let me just come off for a few minutes and then before I go off, right? I wasn't supposed to come at all, up at all. Mm. Alright, so the week, I don't know how the week went for you, but I hope the week was eventful. Cletus, please, can you hear me? And let me just send you a DM. So I hope the week has been okay for you, right?
See the truth, you can speak. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good morning. I can hear you clear. I can hear you.
CJ, can you hear me on my end?
I can hear you and I can see your screen.
Alright, thank you very much for that. So we're going to start right away. Cletus, you say you can hear me. That means you and your network. You and your network. I don't know what I'll tell you. Alright. I hope the week was fine for you though, wherever you are. And basically, majority of all the things we analyzed, right? They played out as analyzed. Everything played out as analyzed, right? Starting with DXY, again I've said I may not stay long as usual because my whole body is on fire right now. So for DXY, from the beginning of the week I already told you guys that I was expecting a drop on DXY. I've been expecting it since, and that's what happened. You get, this was where Friday opened and Monday opened with this gap here. Then we saw price move up to this before dropping downwards. Now when price started rejecting from that trend line, when price started rejecting from that trend line here, from this trend line here, this was where I told you guys that you should be cautious because price might just go ahead and break structure to the upside. And I was really careful. I was like let's be very careful, you get, with what's going on. And also this was Wednesday price action. When we met on Wednesday during the live analysis like this, I told you guys that if we have a break of structure to this side, that forget about it, DXY was going to go up. but you can see that the trend line got respected because it rejected. So there was no full body candle close above that structure. There wasn't anybody close above that structure, and then it makes it it made it you get made it very easy for price to just drop. And many of you might not know, but you see this drop because there was no fundamentals um on any of the USD. So the major reason why DXY was dropping, right, from that Wednesday to today is simply because of the shutdown, right? I told you also one of the reasons why you join live analysis is for me to inform you now of the things that you don't know. Some of you might even know them, some of you might know them, but I sometimes I take my time to like research and do some findings myself, and I got to find out that the United States, right, they wanted to call off the shutdown, and all this while, it has been between the Democrats and the Republicans, and the administration of those guys, the Obamas and the rest of them. They've been the one that have been holding the shutdown all along. They've been pressuring them, Donald, that's Trump administration. They've been pressuring them to put in some things into the bill, and that was why the shutdown was there. But as of on Tuesday, the whole case changed, right? Because they finally accepted, which is the Biden's administration and those guys, yeah, they finally accepted. So the only thing that was left was just for Donald Trump to accept, which is the House, which is now, which is the House, the White House, to accept the bill. So I already knew that the bill was going to be accepted because Donald Trump does not want the shutdown to continue. I've been following the news for a while. It doesn't, and so the shutdown has officially been shut off, and that was the sponsor for this drop that you see. So as the shutdown was called off, right, the market opens, everything starts functioning like normal, right? And that's why price dropped. Why did price really drop? Is because obviously when a country is not doing well, it's considered to be weak. Are you getting it now? And so invariably the currency is to be weak too. So for that short term, that's why you see the short term drop. But I told you already during this week also, I told you see, Donald Trump, I don't trust the United States or anything, and that's why I have limited the pairs I am trading. When it comes to USD, I've limited them, maybe one or two, and I'm okay, because we'll start seeing manipulations again. So I am telling you now, if you are trading USD pairs and you want to trade them like off to the end of this year, you can limit them to at least two. If you trade more than two, you can limit them to at least two, right? So that you control your risk exposure. So that's for DXY. DXY drop. Obviously, EURUSD, we saw EURUSD, jump up. I told you this was what we were going to be expecting, but unfortunately, we didn't get an entry on EURUSD. Nope, we did not get an entry on EURUSD. Price just left us, right? Price went and it left us alone, and this is it here. So we had the breaker structure, we had second breaker structure. This was our entry, 2 hour order block, and price moved away. So this is what price is doing now. We don't know what price will do next week, but for now, this is it. I don't want to tell you that this is what price will do next week because I won't lie to you because of how tired I am right now. Anything any analysis I come up with, oh Jesus, oh dear Lord Jesus, any analysis I come up with, I'll have to look at it again and again and again because I'm really tired, but I'll do my best. My eyes are open now though. So this is for EURUSD. It's supposed to continue going up. Now from what I can see, right, I can see these guys are just liquidity, but I'm looking for a continuation, right? And the best level that I'll wait for a continuation will be this fair value gap. Okay, so I will watch what price is going to do here. You know why? I will watch what price is going to do. For fair value gaps, you guys know I cover the second candle. Obviously, by now you should have known. So I will be looking for a continuation on USD from this fair value, from the fair value gap, and this is the reason why. You see this here, price came into the discounts after that breakout structure. So you had a new low. When you take it to the new high here, price came into a discount, alright, before the breakout structure. So now we have a new low. So this is what I used to teach, for those ones that have been fortunate to see my mentorship videos and all. When I used to teach, I'm not teaching mentorship again, right? This is what I used to call a balanced trend, and same thing we have here now. So we have a new low and the high. This is not correct, and then the high. So that's why the POI is rightly placed below the 50% level, which is at discount. Alright, so that's my dealing range, my low and my high. So I expect price to come into the fair value gap here in 4 hours. Use the POI for a continuation. Anything that makes, now I'm saying anything that makes me anything that makes price go below this level, then we'll have a shift of structure. Please, I repeat, anything that makes price go below that level would have a shift of structure. We're not going to be looking at price maybe most, because I know majority of people believe it's a liquidity sweep. I'm just telling you it will be. For some persons that might not understand why I say it will be, let me just, because I also on this live I have been teaching you projection, how to project price in your mind. That is, calculate movement of pips and price to see where price is going to be. So think about it. If price is going to come down and then do all the shenanigans, probably break into POI like this, and maybe it takes time again, break again to this POI deeper, what do you think is going to happen? It has come out from the trend line and then it becomes bearish. But that's why I am just using this POI as one time. So meaning, if it doesn't come below, like this is far time, if you don't forget, come, retraces, and then move. If it expands too much, I will delete the POI. You already know me for that. So that's why I'm holding that POI strong. Anything that makes price cross below this level, I would not be buying anymore, but I'm buying from here as a continuation. Alright, I did just say I'm not doing mentorship again. I'm not doing mentorship again because it's tiring. It's not easy to mentor people. It's not easy, but more importantly, I pick those that like I want to mentor, in the sense that I give them a few activities and assignments. Immediately I see that they do them, they've passed the test. There's some persons that have sent me a message in time past, right? I will tell them, make sure you send this thing in a day, that is under 24 hours. Because me that give my own time to reply you should be able to do what I'm saying you should do. And so once they don't reply and I don't get their text, I see those ones they are not mentee worthy, so I take them off. But how many times the person send me a message again, I won't respond again, because to mentor is to disciple. I'm turning into you. I'm pouring. This is why I said I'm pouring myself into you, on one of the same kind. I'm making in the Bible we refer to that as allos parakletos, one of the same kind. So that's what I want. The same discipline, the same mind, the same belief. I don't think failure. I only think success. So I am pouring my whole being and belief and everything into the person. And so I said now, once I give the person a test and the person passes it, boom, and that's it. Sometimes I might even give you materials that are for the mentorship for a price that is ununderstandable. That's just because I have chosen this person already in maths, because the person has passed it. So that's why. So GBP USD, this is it. I had I don't know if he took it, but because I didn't give this one live, but I had the first stop loss here, and then second entry was here. I'm still holding it though. I don't know what happened during the night, but I think there's a news that affected them in the night. Yeah, there is a news on GBP. I guess so. Let me just check it, because wait, is there news? There's no news on. Today is what? Today is Friday now. There's no news now. This Friday, no news at all. Because I woke up shortly in the midnight. I usually wake up in the midnight, and I saw the GBP falling. So I don't know why it was dropping, but that's it. For people that want to trade it as a continuation, though, let me pay attention to this. I don't know why I don't delete this. If it's some people, they would have deleted these losses. They don't like people seeing their losses, and that's one thing that is different about me. If I can show you my profits, why can't I show you my losses? And I'll show you everything. So for a continuation, I can see like a possible continuation from here. Like price has pulled back now, like you want to use it as a fair value gap entry. The fair value gap is only active from the 4 hours. Oh Bob, I wanted to use 2 hours. So let's see the whole second candle, and this will require me to extend my TP. To extend my TP, because I would not, most of the time I'm usually very cautious of rewards. I don't want to take a trade that will just give me maybe 1 hour, or even if it's going to give me 2 hours. I want to see, okay, what's the stress level that will come with it. I'm not going to take this trade. I know I'm not going to take it, so I'll just let it pass. But there's a fair value gap here that price is respecting from, so I won't take it. I'm ready on the trade, I'm holding it. So alright, so that's for GBP USD. Then for gold, now if you did not take this gold, is on your own. We might hit stop loss, quite alright, but from last week, I think it's from last week, I've been saying it, that when we have a break or structure of the external, this high, if we have a break above this level, I told you categorically everything I feel like price is going to do, right? I said first thing is the breakout. Once that breakout occurs, we will now get ready to buy. Then the second thing I said we should take note of, I even posted it yesterday, right? I said the second thing was the second break of structure. Why do we need a second break of structure there? To signify, to tell us that the intention, yes, of price for now is to go up. Alright, so immediately this break occurred yesterday. After hitting take profit, we held the trade for 3 weeks. Immediately that occurred yesterday, right? The second break of structure still occurred also. As I saw the second break of structure, I'll say, okay, this is very good. And what was the third thing I said you should expect? I said the sweep of liquidity. And in some persons, you know, I'm very sure that it's not everybody that, you know, listen to all these things, though, but it's okay. You know, sometimes you have to like talk to people over and over and over and over again before they trust the things you are saying. And trust does not mean that you don't have a mind of your own self. Okay, so this is the second break of structure, and this is the liquidity sweep that occurred, and the only POI that is below that liquidity sweep is a fair value gap. I think it was from 1 hour. For 2 hours I couldn't see it. Yeah, so from 1 hour, unmitigated. It has to be unmitigated, because most of the time when you use POIs that have been mitigated, that's when problem is. So unmitigated there, the fair value gap was so big. Remember, I picked the middle, like the whole candle. So that's it here. So picking the whole candle there, let me just delete this one. So picking the whole second candle there, the fair value gap, I bought it at the consequent encroachment, which is the middle. Alright, and I'm holding into this high. I will look at certain things and check if I would be able to hold it to the external high. You get, so that I don't just stay on the, I don't leave the trade too early, so I can leverage on the trade properly. So I'm not just leaving, joining. You get that kind of thing. So I'll make more research on it during this weekend if we don't hit stop loss by the end of today. Alright, so that's for gold. Gold is still bullish for now, and if you follow the instruction, we are already buying. Then the next one we have is on NZD/USD. Now NZD/USD, where is it now? The 2-hour POI, so it's still respecting and it's still bullish, like as expected, yeah. So it's still respecting here and it's still bullish. I'm not presently on this trade, and that's why you don't see any position tool on it. But until this shifts, before we know, it's bullish because DXY is bearish, right? So that's for NZD/USD. Then for AUD/USD, so everything that has occurred or happened here, I told you to buy when price reverses on this POI. And if you bought, good. If you did not buy, no wahala. Right, but price is pulling back now, and it's the only one that has pulled back this deep when it comes to the USD. That's for AUD/USD. I don't know why, because I don't know if it's the fundamental news or I don't know. I'm not seeing anything that is supporting them to retrace, but that's just what it is, right? So moving on to the next, we have USD CAD. Now for USD CAD, this is the thing here. I expect DXY to continue bearish. I don't want to trade. Now the problem is I don't want to trade based on just what's it called, correlation. Okay, I want to trade with confirmations. So but from what I have here, it's clear that this was a liquidity sweep. So it's a read of liquidity. So price has raided this level. Now there's something I also taught you. I said the behavior, the way price breaks structure will tell you to an extent what you should expect next. Abi, I taught you that. I said when you see a choppy break of structure, that is after break of structure, price is choppy, or after break of structure, you see it like a sweep, price quickly reverses back into the level that was broken, then price will sweep liquidity. I've said it countlessly, and that's what we have here. Okay, so if you are looking at my screen right now, you can see that after this break of structure here, price reverses immediately into it. Obviously you should know that price wants to sweep liquidity. I think I should check if there's an engulfing candle, and okay, there is. So there is an engulfing candle, and also the engulfing candle is associated with a fair value. Sorry, the engulfing candle is associated with a liquidity sweep. That's what I wanted to say. That is, we can see the reversal candlestick in a key level. Now this is not a normal block, so this is where we're supposed to enter the trade from here, which is on the body close of this candle. But I need to be certain, I need to be sure, I need to check another time frame. See, no, 1 hour doesn't do anything. That's not an engulfing candle for 1 hour. So if price comes into that level, right, we're going to take the sell to this low. Okay, we're going to take the sell to the low, and then just this. So stop loss is here already. I can see that normally my stop loss is supposed to be placed on this high, giving me 6 hours. But you guys know me for one thing. If the stop loss is too tight and I don't feel comfortable with it, I will extend it. Don't worry, I will extend this one to 5 hours. No, it's not by who carry first. I don't want any. And even after extending, even if I hit stop loss, I'm still okay. You know why? Because I'm just comfortable risking that way. The maximum I usually take is just 5 hours. Once it's 5 hours, I'm really okay. Because when I told you guys that I gave my time to studying risk management for a long time, and in risk management, so in risk management, but the only thing that you need to keep you always positive is 3 hours. So if in 10 trades you only win just 2, I'm giving an example now, a practical example, that you took 10 trades and you win only 2 trades in that 10 trades, meaning you've lost no, you win 3. I wanted to say 3. You win just 3 trades inside 10, meaning you've lost 7. That 7 trade is minus 7R, right? But each of that 3 trades that you won are 3R, meaning that is what? 9R. 9 minus 7 is plus 2R, and that's 3R. That's using 3R. Okay, there's no way you're going to just be taking losses back to back like that, and you're not going to use. So at the end of the day, 3R is going to help you move forward faster. You can do 5R, which is also cool. If you're doing 10R, maybe 15R, I don't know, I've not done it, so I see people do it, which is also cool too. I would not shade anybody's system or anybody's, it's working for them, so you use it. Alright, so don't use something that you've not tested, you don't know how it works. So that's for USD card. We'll be selling. And for USD CHF, this guy is not even joking with us at all, because he's just dropping so hard, right? USD CHF is dropping hard, and I don't think we're going to have any. Yeah, we're not going to have any entry on this. It has left us behind. Like, don't go far. All far. The guy has gone so far away. Okay. So yeah. So that's on USD CHF. The next, we'll just move to the next one since we're reviewing them. Then for USD JPY, you see all of the USD counterparts are selling, but he reached this guy turn. He say no, he no one say he want buy. Still yet, he still has not bought, because price did not tap into this entry level we marked on Monday, right? So I'm just going to leave it alone here and move on to the next one. The next one is GBP JPY. Remember on Monday now, I had the stop loss here where I told you guys that okay, this was on Wednesday. I told you guys I had a stop loss here. I was trying to buy because I believe price is going to get to this high. See this high here? Let me show you. Here, I think from the system I'm trading, what it's showing is that price is going to get to that high. But I have a pure right to continue from, which is here. But I don't know. I was thinking price was not going to. I was thinking price was just going to come down, targets, and then move. But unfortunately, it hasn't. So this POI is still valid for now, and the target is around 205.347. Okay. So, like I said, I would not be staying long, so you guys should not be offended when I cut it off. And for GBP, this is what we have. This what I don't know, some things when they happen it just look like sorcery. I've not checked this trade. Let me just go and check it now, because wonderful, fantastic. This guy was how many pips close to DP? Wow, because it's not up to 3 now, it's 2 point something, like 2.7, almost 3, and it dropped. You see, I told you, I said I noticed GBP was dropping in the 9s. I didn't bother to check the reason why. Concern me, because I didn't see any fundamentals. I've checked before the week began. There's no fundamentals on GBP that should make me scared. But this is where we are. GBP CAD is retracing, and this is the reason why we bought. We bought because of all of this here: the sweep of liquidity, the inducement, the entry, everything we bought, and I'm still holding it though. So if you took the trade because of I took the trade, I'm still holding it, so you can hold your trade. If it pulls back and enters stop loss, I am very comfortable with that. Like, I am more than comfortable with it. Okay. So, but if you are not comfortable with trades like that, that is, you've seen it in profit and now it's almost going back to entry, you're not really comfortable with it, you can take your trade and close it. Besides, today's Friday. Alright, so that's on GBP CAD. Then for GBP CHF, we didn't have any entry on this. We did not have any entry. price just continues selling. So we're going to meet this one next week. Then for GBP AUD, same thing. We didn't have any entry. With what is this? I marked this entry. Okay, I remember marking it when you failed to respect this level. I remember now, but I didn't mitigate it though. I think it's 2 hours, right? Let me confirm. Okay, yeah, it's 2 hours. The fair value gap in 2 hours, but it didn't mitigate it, so we just leave it alone, right? By next week we'll start seeing major move again. The market is now back to normal. So that's on GBP by the way, so let's leave it alone. This guy is still not giving us entry. I am giving EURJPY 1 week. If you don't give me entry, I'll delete it too. I'll delete it. Because how would I be trading this guy for like, this is the second month without one single entry on this pay. So on EURJPY, no no entry whatsoever. Then on Euro AUD, for Euro AUD we have a change of structure. Let me show you what I mean. In this place, this is why I hate price action like this. In this place here, it looks like the price was going up. Okay, so pay attention to this. And then it shifted. This is a shift. And it's not like, oh, we thought it was a shift. It confirmed the shift like this. You are seeing it, right? So this is a shift. First break, second break, and now boom, we have price up again. This long. This is another shift of structure. So price shifting structure this way usually tells me one thing, that price is about to start ranging, but we don't know that for sure yet. So we're just going to have our hands tied and wait if it truly wants to range, because if it truly wants to range, it won't be able to break above this high, and it won't be able to break below this. Oh boy, it won't be able to break below this low. So okay, I just said it and I just saw it. So but it won't be able to do that. It won't be able to break above the high and below this low. So but let's just look at what's going to happen, and then before we make our decision, you know, majority of what we do is the wait. Most time we are waiting before we execute our trade, and when we execute our trades, we see result of what we execute, right? Yes, we do. Those of you following the trade so far, obviously you know what I'm talking about. So this is Euro AUD, and we're going to wait for next week for the price action from next week. Alright, then on NZD/JPY, we're a few pips away from take profit. And if you held this now, probably your prop firm has been in drawdown if you took the trade as instructed and all that, right? 4R has delivered you already, so few pips away from TP, just few. I'm still holding it, right? I'm still holding it. So if you are still holding also as I am, hold it. TP is still at 88.053. I'm not changing it. Once it hits TP, I would update you all. I'll post it on the channel, which is I'll post it on the Telegram, and also I'll post it on Twitter too. I'll post it on Twitter also. Okay. All right. So that's for NZD/JPY. You see the way I'm rushing this thing. You just know I just want to just go and sleep. Like I just want to go and take medicine and just go and sleep, because if you notice also, you see I'm not playing any sound. I didn't wake up to do anything today. If not for that one person's message that said, am I not going to do it? I no plan to. You should go and thank the person. Wait, what is this? It's 8 o'clock already. Alright, let's proceed. So on EURJPY, we had a POI, but the POI was unmitigated, so I'm just going to delete it and also delete my alerts. Rubbish. So EURJPY is very bullish now, and you see, you know, I talked about GBP being bearish in the 9th, right? In the midnight, GBP was very bearish, and that was what was responsible for this bullish move here. You know, I've taught you this already countlessly now on the live call like this. When you have one of the pairs bearish or bullish, you have what you call the relative strength index. So since GBP, this is it. So since GBP is bearish, what will happen to euro at that point in time? It will be stronger than it. Alright, so what will be your decision if you are trading it? You will what? Buy, and that's why you see the buy candle. Alright, so I have explained this relative strength index countlessly on the live call. I've been explaining from last week to this week. So that's on euro GBP. So the next we have is euro CHF. This guy, just imagine where he would have held this trade from, but no problem. Imagination will kill us. No worries. So I'll delete it. So we had a missed POI, unmitigated POI here. Price did not mitigate me, and see how far it dropped. And this is just this week alone. I've not seen. I don't know how to explain this thing, but let me show you something. This was on the 25th of on the 20th of October. This price action here. Alright, so this is Monday. This is where Friday ended. Monday opened here, Friday ended here. So this alone, this price action from here to here is 2 weeks. Then Monday opened again here, then Friday ended here. Okay, this is Friday ended. So this is a whole 3 weeks price action. 3 weeks price action. I saw the shift of structure. I was waiting for what? Mitigation, for price to mitigate us. This thing went off for 3 weeks, and how many weeks did it used to drop? Just 1 week. So this was where Monday is. You can see it there, Monday. Look at it here below, Monday. And now this is Friday. So it went off for 3 weeks, dropped in 1 week. That's price, guy. So we would have leveraged on this, but unfortunately we were not tagged along. So count our loss, we move. Thank God we didn't take any loss on it. So that's on Euro CHF. We moved and left it alone, left it. So Euro NZD also did not mitigate our POI. I guess Euro did not do us well this week. All these Euro pairs. So we'll leave it alone, right? Basically today is not really for analysis like that, right? You guys know we do reviews of the trade, and if there's like an interim that is intraday entry, we take it. Intraday. So even if they did nothing, then ADJPY I didn't get an entry on it. Although I said it on Monday that entry showed up. I was supposed to buy this from here. You can go back to the recordings, it's there. I said I was supposed to buy this from here, but I did not buy. The reason I did not buy was because confirmations that I used to trade were not complete. Did price buy? Yes, but confirmations that I used to guide myself in the market were not complete, and that's why I left it alone. Alright, there are times like that. So just know that. Alright, you should be your ability to choose what to trade and what not to trade is based on your discretionality, but it's still you understanding your system that when you break out of those rules, it causes you more losses than when it gives you profits. Okay, especially when you are making profit from breaking rules, you are just an impending disaster that is about to blow up. Then for NZD card, this was one of the trades also we took. We just hit a profit this morning around what time did you take profit? Okay, this one the live, not 7 o'clock. It was in the midnight though. Yes, so hit AP and it was just 4.76. So think about it again. If you are trading your profit, if you are in drawdown, 4.76 is enough to take you away from drawdown. So like I said, we had a good week trading this week, a very good one. So that's for NZD card. The next is NZD CHF already hit TP since. I say TT, that's pigeon. So but it has hit TP, take profit since. All of this from the entry to the exit though. Everything was explained to you, and I expected you to take the trade because I explained it. I explained it vividly. I told you to take the trade from the fair value gap. Not just that, I said take it from the consequent encroachment, right? If you take it, then your target should be just the low, and it delivered quite beautifully 4 hours. If you collate all the rewards that we've gotten from the market trading live this week alone, it should be more than 15 hours by now. More than 15 hours by now. So if you are still on the fence looking, I don't know, but nice. Basically, you should know that the reason why we are, what's this now? You should know that the reason why we are on the live analysis like this is not for signal taking alone. It's not that I want to take signal or I'm sharing signal. No, it's because it's one of the means or an avenue to expose you to how analysis is being done, how real market execution is, and how it makes your mind stronger, and it makes you a bit more prepared when you are trading by yourself. You are more confident trading it. Why? Because you've seen somebody trade it confidently. You've seen somebody talk about price and the action and everything confidently. Alright, confidence is not the same thing with arrogance. You can be confident about your system, and and you can also be arrogant about your system. To be confident is also to show it doesn't take away. To be confident doesn't take away the place of mistakes, and it also doesn't take away the place of losses. No, it doesn't. But it only gives you the confidence behind your system that it works. Remember, it is not by the person that wins the more in this our industry. It's by the person that can control his losses. Hope you know that, right? It's not by who take profit. You say, I know how to take profit. No, it's by the person that can control losses. Because if you can take profits, and you can't control your losses, you are a ticking time bomb. The person is not going to amount to anything. You know why? I remember there were a period, I've shared it before on Spaces. I said there were a period where I would trade Monday to Friday. I can make profit from Monday to Friday or Monday to Thursday, and I will blow everything up on a Saturday. Everything up. And I'm talking about probably Monday $200, Tuesday $300, like just like that. And one trade on a Saturday, I'll blow it up. So it's not by the profits that you make, it's by the losses that you control. That's why I can recommend that book to you to read. The Best Loser Win. You can check it out. Just type it. You don't know how to get the book physically, that is the hard copy. You can download it and read it. Go to pdfdrive.com. When you go to pdfdrive.com, pdf drive, and you go to PC is even there already. So when you go to pdfdrive.com, you load the page up and it will show up, right? It will show up like this. They've even changed the way the place is recently. So maybe you type in, what's the book now? Best Loser Win. I think it's James Gunn. So Best Loser Wins. So it's a very simple platform to use. You can easily use it, and then it comes up like this. You can just register also. I'm not seeing it yet though. Probably I didn't enter the command, the prompt well. But this is where it's going to come up. This is where it's going to come up here, and then you download it. Alright. So moving on. That's on NZDCHF. Then for AUD card. Okay, presently an AUD card. Let me see something. Where is it? Okay, yeah, I'm on AUD card right now. I'm looking at this stop loss because on my phone, stop loss I use is 91470. So this, I don't know how this one's here. 91470. 0.70 is the stop loss. Exactly. So on the TP that I used is 92154. Where is it? 92154. 9. What's this? So, oh shit. TP is 92154. Okay. So this is the way it is here. Meaning I'm taking profit at this high. Let me see. Let's see. Conversion is here. So I have one. So yeah, taking profit at that high, and it's going down now. It's close to stop loss. So you might be feeling, oh, this is not my entry. Also, my entry is because I can't take a trade with, what's the entry here? 91621. 91621. I can't take a trade that gives me just 2 hours and not up to 2.7 exactly. I knew something was wrong with the position, so entry is at 91621, stop loss is at 0.91470, TP is at 0.92154. Yes, so this is my entry. So it's 3.53. So I'm on this trade. Just in case you want to take the trade, you can take the trade if you are not scared of taking the loss. Don't leave me. Alright, so on AED card I'm buying. The structure, you're thinking of, oh, why am I buying, or why are we buying? Right, I already explained to you during the week that I expect this guy to flip. Remember when I drew this thing here, right? That I expected to flip, and obviously it did what? It flipped. So you have price breaking the structure against this other side, and you know what happens? I told you, when there is a break of structure and it leaves a gap, you know I'm supposed to use what? The breaker block. Now, if you wanted to use the breaker block here, was it gonna be possible? Nope. Why? Because the breaker block is a failed order block. In this case, it was not failed. No, instead it was mitigated, and so we can't use it. So what was the remedy? I have taught you. I say mark what? The order block. And so in marking the order block here, this is what you have. That is exactly where the entry is. So you see, most of the time when I explain these things to you guys, you might think, maybe I just did by talker, maybe I'm just saying it for same purposes, and I'm not really trading it. You can see I'm right there on the trade right now. If I hit stop loss on the trade, I hit my stop loss. I'm not really scared. There's one thing I used to tell you guys, for those ones that have been following me for the longest, I will tell you, I say, see, stop loss is just minus 1 hour. Even if you have stop loss up to like 6, 7, at the end of the day, as long as you believe in your system, you know that your system works, because this is it. And let me just tell you the truth. When you have series of losses this way, this is when it tests your patience, and it tests how sound you are psychologically, because this is the time when you start making mistakes. Those mistakes unchecked are what leads to, a total disaster. So you can have series of losses and your game is still on. I recently got my prop account to funded state, trading it. I think it's in like maybe 1%. I got the account yesterday, and I think it's in like 1% already by now. Before I got that account, the account was down to like almost 8% drawdown. It was. Took it away from the percentage drawdown, took it to profit, took it to the phase 2, and then took it again to funded. So point I'm trying to make here is, when you think losses are not normal, I don't know, losses are normal, but there are times when you have losing streaks and you will still have winning streaks. There's some persons, they can be on a winning streak for a full month, no loss, for 2 months, no loss. Yes, because of the system that they trade, an amazing system. Alright, but doesn't mean you're not going to take losses. You're still going to take losses, but as long as you have a system that works around risk to reward, your system will always come out profitable. Alright, so very important, you should know that, because a winning system with just 30% win rate, you only need 3 to 4 hours to be on the positive side at all times. Only 30% win rate, only. So think about that. It's not everything that you're going to be studying. It's not everything you'll be studying technical analysis alone. No. Go take your time, take your time after the session. Go and engage your chat GPT and research on risk management. No risk to reward is part of risk management. Alright? It is part of it. So take your time. Research on it. That's what I did. I researched holistically, deeply into risk management. And that's why I built my system around it. I didn't build my system around what I trade, maybe sake of liquidity. No. That's just entry. My real system is built around keeping money and leveraging on money, which is risk management. But like I said, I don't want the sessions to be long. I want to rest. So next is on ADCs. So if you took that trade or if you want to take that trade, yes you can, because price is still at entry. In fact, you even have a more better entry than I am. I did. You can take. Let me just go back for those that want to take it. I just want to record the stop loss 0.91470. Take profit is 0.92154. Alright. So for those that want to take it, then on ADCHF we have the trade. Beautiful trade. Now this one is also 3 weeks. If you took the trade, beautiful. We held this trade. Just imagine holding this trade, coming back to entry, and finally the TP. 4 hours, bam. That's all. 3 weeks. I held the trade 3 weeks. I saw the surge up. I saw everything. I'm cool. I'm okay. Alright. So now we finally have our TP. We're going to wait for next week for the next price action. Now next one should be AUDNZD. AUDNZD has shifted, and so from next week we're going to be having a sell. It will be around this level. I don't want to just mark it now, but it will be around this level. We're going to be taking a sell from around this level. So from next week though, we would see. I don't want this one to miss us, because we've had crazy price action that missed us that would have made a lot of money, but we still made a lot of money already. By the way, we did. So that's not a problem. That's on AUD and ZD. Okay, so price will continue selling on that. Then CAD JPY, we didn't take any trade on CAD JPY, but already I told you when we met on Monday, I told you about the JPY basket that is bearish, and that all the JPY pairs will be bullish. So CAD JPY bullish, AUD JPY, NZD JPY, GBP JPY, Euro JPY, all of them bullish. Okay, you can check them. They were bullish, just like I told you would happen on Monday. So CAD JPY, that's it. Then CAD CHF also, I'm going to be deleting this because we had this trade, but it didn't mitigate. Price income and mitigate us. So let's just take it off, right? That was weird. I was supposed to delete immediately, but it was slow. So by next week, I'll give you a re-entry for this. We're going to reanalyze it and see what's going on, because it has series of gaps now. See, you see there's a gap here, there's a gap here, there's an unmitigated POI here. So by next week, we'll be looking at what we're going to do. But my best decision immediately, price cooks from next week, is to enter from here. This will be a little bit hard because we'll use breaker block entry, but let next week reach. Alright, so that's on CAD CHF. Then for BTC, that's why I said, except you did not follow my instructions this week, that's the only way you will not make money. But if you did, you make a lot of money. On when was that now? On Wednesday, during the live call, I told you exactly where to sell BTC from. Exactly. And remember, I used the flip zone because we wanted to buy. We wanted to buy. I bought, and then I had a stop loss. I bought here, right? And then I had a stop loss here. And then this, you can see, when was this? This was Tuesday. So this was obviously Wednesday. So on Wednesday, I was explaining to you guys that we were going to use what I call the fade POI concept, and what you guys call the flip zone. I don't know. So, but you guys call it the flip zone. So I said we're going to enter again at the other block of the PDRA that was responsible for making this POI fail. Alright, for making this POI fail, and that was here, and this was the trade. Sorry, and that was the trade. The trade has hit take profit. So trade hit take profit. So if you did not take the trade, I don't know. That's why I said this week was really good. I was checking, the TP was not up to date. The TP was just this low here. So I was checking all the trades for the week that were analyzed during the live call. They were all amazing trades. They did very well. So that is BTC. BTC hit his own take profit also at 4 hour, and now BTC is at, let me show you where it's at. I don't know, my network is a bit foggy, but BTC is at an external structure, a very strong one at that. Let me put it in 7 days so you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. BTC is at an external structure. The battery is low, so see it, are you seeing it now? So it's at an external structure. This low was first tested around 2024 August, Monday, 12th of August. The second time it tested this level was April, on the 9th of April 25. And now this is the third time here. Okay, this is the third time it is on this structure. Now there's one rule we used to use in trend line. We say the third touch, carries power. But is that really the third touch? Nope. That's the fourth, because this is the first, this is the second, this is the third. So the third touch usually carries that power, the strength. This is it here. So I can't vouch for this. Now I can't vouch for the fourth one. In fact, TechRiz has, I think TechRiz, I don't know one now, but one of them have a video on, is it the fourth touch rule or the fifth touch rule? I think it's TechRiz, or it has to be TechRiz. It's TechRiz. The fifth touch rule is when you have a breakout. Is it that TechRiz or Kevin Talent? Guys, I can't remember. Let me see. But I know it's one of them. You get? I know it's one of them. The fifth touch rule. Let me see if I can. I watched it one time like that, so that's how I know. Let's see. The fifth touch rule. The fifth touch rule. I might have just, what's this? I might have just said this and left it like that, but I want to open it, and so that you can see it yourself, and so you watch it. TechRiz himself explained this. I don't know what the heck is wrong with my network. My router is still showing very well. It's connected very slow. Oh boy. Should I check it from my phone instead? So are you slow now? TechRiz, TEC. Okay, yeah. Okay. You see how this thing is all slow, I don't know. What the heck? Okay. So these are the videos in TechRiz. Show me the video, don't be silly. So you can go ahead to watch the videos in TechRiz page. Me myself, I don't even advertise my own page this way. Where is it now? It should be a very old video though. It should be a very old video. I'm not seeing it though. You see it now. 10 months ago. So I tell you that I have a very good mind. I remember. You see, I even watched it to the end. It's just 31 minutes. This is it here. So the ultimate breakout and retest strategy. The fifth rule. You can see it, right? So to you guys that are seeing this, you can watch it. That's TechRiz. This is TechRiz's page. So go ahead. He has a very beautiful page on YouTube. You can see the graphic designer is amazing. So watch it. That's what is going on BTC, right? The fifth rule. I don't know. When you book, English is plenty. 1, 2, but this one is not to 5 though. It's not. It's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, but in the explanation of that video, I think we still talked about. I still talked about four touches too. We still talked about it. So, watch the video. So for BTC here, that's where we have prices on the trend line again, the external trend line. You see, this is the 7-day chart. This move, this thing here, there's something here. I'll check it. I know there's something here. I'll see what is there. Let me put it in 1 day. Ouch. Let's see. But I know there's something else. I know there's something there. There's a range here. So like an unmitigated POI. And then price has mitigated it. So it's like an order block from the daily time frame. It has been mitigated now. Okay, has been mitigated already. So let's see. Now that it has been mitigated, it's either we want to take a risk. It's either I want to just take crazy risks from here, like this bar, and put the stop loss way out, and hold the trade way up. Up and down way. Let me just leave it alone. But I need to first of all check the loss. You know, that's the stop loss now, because we can't be taking you can't be taking trade from the daily time frame, man. So this one has to be adjusted also. Since price is rejecting that level already, it has to be adjusted to the low that it has created there. So I'll put it in 8 hours to just check for. I think the best thing to do now, I've seen it, the best thing to do is to wait for the candle to close. Yeah. So since it's a trade that we're looking forward to take, it's a very long trade, a swing trade. I just showed you, it's already on the 4th time on the trend line. So we might just risk a little on it, right? We might just risk a little on it. But best thing is, let's wait for the candle to close. Tomorrow BTC will still be available to be traded. So maybe tomorrow I should be feeling much more better, and then we'll have the session longer tomorrow. I'll teach some things tomorrow, and I made a post yesterday that you have some things that you still don't understand. Drop it in the comment section. Most of you did not drop it, so I guess you guys already know things. But for those of you that still want to know certain things and you're confused, I just retweeted it now. Go and drop it there so that I can address them tomorrow. So for tomorrow's session, those are the things I'll be addressing. And then we've come to the end of this session today. One thing you should know is there's no news at all, none. So this Friday, you can see it here, there's no news, so you don't have to worry about that. And we're going to meet again on Monday. We're still going to meet on tomorrow, so don't forget that one. We're meeting tomorrow, before I forget. So I don't know, lastly, as I end this, I don't know how your week went. I don't know how you traded this week. But if you followed my instructions like I gave from the beginning of the week, right? I told you to be patient. I told you to be calm. I told you not to act out of impulse. I told you a lot of things. And so if you followed them, even if you made loss at all, even if you made losses at all, it will be minimal, right? It will be minimal. And that's why I take my time, not just to analyze, but also to talk to you, to prepare your mind and prepare you psychologically also for trading. Alright, so irrespective of how your week went, this is what I want you to do. Go back and do them, because I do them too. So go back, pick the journal, because I gave you an instruction. I said you guys should journal also, journal daily. I said it won't take less than 10 minutes of your time at the end of the day. Journal. So go back today, check those journals, the things that you notice. If you did not journal everything today. It might just be hard, but do it. Check them. After you review them, tomorrow, which is Saturday, you now analyze your losses. Check, were there mistakes that you made? Was it as a result of human error, or it's just normal, that it's just a normal loss? Okay, then you do that tomorrow. Alright, growth is intentional, and so even as a trader, if you want to grow, it has to be intentional. I will end it on that note. So So I'm going to see you tomorrow. If you've not made your prayers, make sure you pray. Commit your day to God's hands. Commit the remaining days of the week to God's hands. A lot can change in minutes. A lot can change in hours. Alright. So my own prayer every time for you guys is, at the end of the day, all of us will reach the height of our careers. Alright. So take care of yourself. I'll see you on the next one, which is tomorrow. And bye for now.